When it comes to attraction, there's no one-size-fits-all formula. However, certain qualities consistently stand out as crucial in a man, no matter who you ask. Understanding these traits can not only help you build better connections, but also enhance your own confidence and self-awareness. Whether you're striving to improve yourself or just curious about what women truly value, knowing what they look for can give you an edge. In this article, we'll dive into the 10 most attractive qualities women look for in a man, traits that go beyond the surface and dive deep into character, mindset, and emotional intelligence. Keep reading to discover how these qualities shape relationships and why they matter more than you might think. Number 1. You don't need anyone's approval to be who you are. Here's the truth. Other people's approval is not important to you. If you're waiting for someone else to validate your choices, your dreams, or your worth, stop. You're operating on an entirely different level of power when you let go of that need for recognition. People who don't crave approval do what they feel is right, no matter what the world thinks. Think about it. How often have you said yes to something just to avoid disappointing someone? Like agreeing to weekend plans when your body is begging for rest. It's tough, isn't it? That delicate dance between being likable and standing your ground. But here's the beauty. Confidence doesn't come from pleasing others. It comes from knowing yourself. The most charismatic people master the art of saying no with kindness. A simple, "Thank you, but I can't make it today," or "No, I'm good, thanks," delivered with a smile, can make you appear confident without being rude. These are the people who have no problem skipping a Friday night out because they have work to do, or calling you out when you're wrong, without worrying whether you'll stop being their friend. The truth is, nothing unsettles others more than realizing you don't depend on their approval. Philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer said it best: the more self-reliant you become, the more you intimidate those who aren't. When you don't need a thumbs up to validate your choices, you've reached a level of emotional maturity that's rare. It says, "I trust myself." And ironically, this is exactly the kind of confidence others admire. Most people will respect you for it, though a few might find it unsettling, because it shines a light on their own insecurities. So ask yourself, are you living for applause or living for yourself? Because the minute you stop looking for external validation is the minute you start living authentically. And that's a superpower that no one can take away. If this message resonates with you, drop a comment below and tell me one thing you're doing today just for you. Let's inspire each other to live unapologetically. Number 2, would you rather be rational than follow the crowd? Nothing is more unsettling than encountering someone who can dismantle your tightly held beliefs with a calm, irrefutable argument. It's not their aggression, but their sheer clarity that leaves you feeling exposed. As psychiatrist Grant Brenner once said, most people, especially those emotionally immature, would rather be right than risk their self-esteem. Now, imagine this scenario happening repeatedly. You might even earn yourself a nickname like Mr. Smarthead or the Rational Rebel. But here's the twist. It's not about being right. It's about staying calm in a storm of chaos. Grace under pressure. Picture this. A man who keeps his cool, his demeanor steady even when everything around him is crumbling. That's not just appealing, it's magnetic. Women, and honestly, anyone, gravitate toward someone who radiates stability. A calm mind under stress signals maturity, strength, and emotional security. It's as if they're saying, "Don't worry, I've got this." On the flip side, losing your temper or overreacting, that's a major turnoff. Nothing kills attraction faster than wondering if someone will lash out, like punching a stranger just because of a sideways glance. Confidence isn't about dominance, it's about control. Women don't just want financial stability, they crave emotional security, knowing they're safe in your presence, not just physically, but emotionally too. Be the calm in her storm. If you can master this skill, you'll not only attract the right people, but also elevate your own sense of self. You become the person who transforms chaos into calm, someone others trust and admire. And here's the kicker. When you create that safe space, people naturally want to be closer to you. So what's stopping you from stepping into this energy? Share your thoughts below. Let's build this mindset together. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on becoming your best self. Number 3, be kind like a gentleman. Imagine this. You're on a first date, sitting across from someone you genuinely like. The candles flicker softly, the atmosphere is perfect, and then a server accidentally spills a glass of wine on your clothes. Suddenly, boom, you respond rudely to them. What does that say about you? More importantly, what do you think she's thinking? Spoiler alert, it's not good. Such behavior doesn't just ruin the moment, it leaves a lasting negative impression about your character. There's a fascinating psychological concept called the halo effect. Essentially, one positive trait can amplify how others perceive everything else about you. Picture this. Researchers showed women photos of men paired with descriptions of their personalities. Men described as kind were rated as more attractive, even when the photos were identical to others. Kindness doesn't just look good on you, it makes you look better. One woman explained, "I'm looking for personality behind their body image, and I'm not necessarily looking for that from someone who just posts pictures of themselves." Have you ever met someone who didn't initially stand out, but over time you found yourself thinking, "Wow, this person is genuinely amazing"? It's not just their face or smile working magic, it's their essence, the energy they bring. As Maya Angelou beautifully put it, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. First dates are like the opening notes of a song. They set the tone. How you treat others, whether it's your date, a server, or even a stranger, paints a vivid picture of who you are. Are you empathetic? Respectful? It's not about showing off. It's about showing up as a genuine, kind, and thoughtful individual. So, the next time you find yourself on a date, take a moment. Breathe. Listen. Be kind, not just to your date, but to the world around you. Number 4, discipline, the silent superpower. Hey, let me ask you this. How many times have you promised yourself, "Tomorrow, I'll start fresh," only to find yourself caught in the same old patterns? It's okay, been there, done that. But here's the thing. Discipline is the bridge between wanting and having. It's what separates wishful thinking from unstoppable momentum. Let me hit you with an example. Think about Serena Williams. She didn't just stumble into greatness. No, she earned it. One grueling practice at a time. That's the essence of discipline. It's not glamorous. It's not always fun. But it is the magic that turns dreams into reality. You see, discipline is freedom. Sounds ironic, right? But when you stick to your commitments, you build trust with yourself first and then with everyone around you. People notice, they admire it, they respect it. And guess what? You start respecting yourself more too. That's a glow no filter can replicate. Now, let's get personal for a second. When I started holding myself accountable, whether it was checking off a to-do list or simply keeping one promise to myself every day, something shifted. I wasn't just more productive, I was lighter, happier. It's like I unlocked a new level in the game of life. Women, and men for that matter, are naturally drawn to people who have their act together. Why? Because discipline screams reliability, ambition, and purpose. So, how do you get there? It starts small. Tiny victories lead to monumental changes. Make your bed. Yes, seriously. It's not about the bed. It's about starting the day with a win. Drink that extra glass of water you've been meaning to. Spend just 15 minutes a day working on that skill you've been putting off. Here's a wild fact. It takes on average 66 days to form a new habit. Those first few weeks, brutal. Your brain will fight you. It doesn't like change. It's wired for comfort. But once you push through, it's like flipping a switch. Discipline becomes your autopilot. Track your wins. Use an app, a journal, or even sticky notes on your mirror. Every time you check something off, you're not just building a habit, you're building yourself. Celebrate the milestones, big or small. Reward your effort. That little dopamine hit is what keeps you going. So what's the point of all this? Simple. Discipline makes life better. Period. It balances what you have to do with what you want to do. It creates space for joy, for growth, for everything that truly matters. You're radiating confidence, purpose, and passion. And that, my friend, is the kind of energy the world can't ignore. So let me leave you with this. Start today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Right now. Pick one small promise and keep it. That's how it begins. Number 5. Are you someone others can truly rely on? Integrity isn't just a buzzword, it's the foundation of every meaningful relationship, be it personal or professional. But let's get real for a second. Do your actions actually align with your words? Think about it. We've all met that person who promises the world but delivers crickets. Frustrating, right? Being a person of integrity means being someone others can trust, someone whose promises carry weight. And let's not sugarcoat it. Trust isn't handed out, it's earned. Here's a hard truth. If you know you can't keep a promise, don't make it in the first place. As Brené Brown wisely said, clear is kind, unclear is unkind. Saying no isn't weakness, it's strength. It's the courage to set healthy boundaries. Here's a little exercise. Before you say yes to something, pause. Ask yourself, am I doing this because I genuinely want to, or because I'm afraid of disappointing someone? Integrity isn't just about keeping promises. It's about being transparent with your intentions. Are you clear about what you want in your relationships, your career, your life? For instance, if you're dating and looking for something serious, why not lay that out from the start? It's not only respectful, it saves everyone time and heartbreak. As Oprah Winfrey once said, real integrity is doing the right thing, knowing that nobody's going to know whether you did it or not. It's about staying true to yourself, even when no one is watching. When your words and actions align, you don't just earn the trust of others, you build an unshakable sense of self-respect. So here's the big question. Are you ready to step up and be that person others and you can rely on? Let's make it real. Share one promise you're making to yourself this week and how it ties to your goals. Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. And hey, if this resonates with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message with someone who needs it. Let's grow together. Number 6, face the truth. The courage to have hard conversations. You have the ability to engage in difficult conversations, conversations that most people avoid, the ones that make our hearts race and our palms sweat, the tough talks we'd rather bury under a mountain of pleasantries. Instead of addressing issues, many people let anger and resentment build up in their minds toward others, especially those they perceive as oppressors. It's rare to meet someone who will stand in front of you, look you in the eye, and say, "This needs to change." That moment might sting, but deep down, you respect them for it. Why? Because they have the courage most of us lack. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You can't be a people pleaser and still have the hard conversations that matter. People pleasers tiptoe around the truth, terrified of ruffling feathers, desperate to be liked. But those who dare to speak up, they're operating on a different level. We often hear that those who dare to speak out against our wrongdoings are our friends, and those who tend to support our wrongdoings are our enemies. When you call someone out, kindly but firmly, it reveals a strength of character that is unshakable. It shows you value truth over comfort, principles over popularity. Difficult conversations are not easy, so stop running away. Face the truth. Immediately, people will see that you are a person of strong moral principles who is willing to risk offending others for the truth, and watch the world begin to respect you, not for your silence, but for your courage. Number 7, the power of words and the art of listening. In a world bursting with noise, the weight of your words can be a rare and magnetic force. When you speak, people stop and lean in, not out of obligation, but because your voice carries a unique resonance. This isn't merely about the content of your speech. It's about the energy you bring, the cadence, the tone, the pause between sentences. It all commands attention. You don't just talk, you communicate. Each word feels intentional, as though it has traveled a long road of thought to arrive at the conversation. And because you speak with purpose, people pause before responding. Your perspective isn't just heard, it's considered, even valued. But here's the secret sauce. This power isn't about dominating a room or forcing your opinion. It's about balance. It's about listening, truly listening. This is the general goal when you want them to listen to you. You have to respect their words at the level of respect. By listening, this is respect at the level of communication. Listening is magnetic. The moment you step back and let someone feel heard, a bridge of trust is built. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel understood. In culture, this exchange is seen as a dance, a rhythm of speaking and listening, where silence isn't awkward but intentional, where eye contact and subtle affirmations like, "I see," or "that's interesting," deepen the connection. A perfect conversation is not a monologue, but a duet. 75% listening, 25% speaking. It's about creating space for stories to bloom, resisting the urge to interject with your own tales of "me too." Because when someone shares, it's not about you, it's their moment. Let them shine. In this exchange, small acts become profound. A slight nod, a warm smile, a genuine, "Tell me more." These subtle gestures carry a powerful message. You matter. I'm here. In this way, communication becomes an art form, a masterpiece of human connection. The energy you bring to a conversation can inspire and motivate. It can turn a fleeting interaction into a moment of meaning. So, speak with intention, listen with presence, and watch as your conversations transform, becoming not just exchanges of words, but moments of genuine connection that leave a lasting impression. Number 8, the secret strategy. All right, here's the deal. I'm about to let you in on a secret strategy. But there's one condition. Promise me you won't tell anyone. Got it? In Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, Robert Cialdini dives into the principle of scarcity. When something feels rare, it suddenly becomes irresistible. That's the magic. Right now, as I'm sharing this secret strategy, you're leaning in closer. Why? Because secrets have a pull. They spark curiosity. They make you wonder, what don't I know yet? Here's the thing about secrets. They're powerful. They feel exclusive, like a hidden treasure only a few get to see. Imagine this. Beneath the Salton Sea in California lies a hidden deposit of lithium. 18 million tons of it, valued at $540 billion. That's wild, right? A buried fortune, hidden in plain sight. Sharing a personal secret creates connection. It tells someone, I trust you with this, and in turn, they're more likely to trust you back. It's a bridge, a spark, an invitation to deeper understanding. But here's the golden rule. Never share someone else's secrets. That's not the game. Instead, share your own truths, your discoveries, your hidden gems. Because when you do, you invite people into your world, and that's where real connection happens. Number 9, the call name command. Have you ever thought about how powerful a name can be? In Egyptian mythology, Ra, the sun god, had to journey through the darkness every night, facing monsters determined to destroy him. The only reason they couldn't attack was because Ra knew their true names. That knowledge gave him power over them. This idea isn't just a relic of mythology. It appears in stories like Rumpelstiltskin, where knowing someone's name is the key to outsmarting them. But beyond fantasy, the simple act of using someone's name can have a profound impact in real life. Think about it. When someone remembers your name and uses it, doesn't it make you feel recognized and valued? Using names in conversation builds an emotional connection. It's like saying, "I see you and you matter." Here's an example. Imagine meeting someone at a coffee shop. "Hi Sarah, how's your morning going? Have you tried their new caramel latte yet?" The difference is immediate. The conversation feels more personal. Sarah isn't just another face in the crowd. She's someone you've acknowledged. But here's the catch. Overusing names or mispronouncing them can have the opposite effect. It's a terrible condition when you call someone by the wrong name. Practice. You prepare in advance, it is beneficial for you. The next time you're in a conversation, sprinkle their name naturally. As Dale Carnegie once said, "A person's name is, to that person, the sweetest sound in any language." Number 10. Unleashing the power of a bold personality. You might have noticed that people pause when you confidently make decisions or voice your opinions. Perhaps your directness comes across as intimidating or awkward. While having a strong and assertive personality can be a double-edged sword, it also sets you apart. Assertiveness is a powerful trait, especially in a world where hesitation often prevails. Icons like Steve Jobs and Oprah Winfrey didn't rise to the top by second-guessing themselves. They knew what they wanted and weren't afraid to pursue it. Similarly, your ability to quickly assess situations and act makes you a natural leader. In professional settings, where decisions need to be made swiftly and communicated effectively, this trait can save time, build trust, and inspire confidence. However, this strength can sometimes intimidate those who avoid confrontation or fear making mistakes. A simple solution is to ease the atmosphere with humor. When you pair assertiveness with a touch of playfulness, you create a more approachable and enjoyable dynamic. For instance, instead of saying, "This is wrong, fix it," try smiling and saying, "Looks like we've misplaced a puzzle piece. Let's figure this out together." This subtle shift transforms how you're perceived, from a stern critic to a trusted mentor. Start by carefully choosing your moments. Publicly pointing out mistakes may seem efficient, but can be easily misinterpreted. Instead, address issues privately and with empathy. Ask yourself, how would I feel in their position? The answer often lies in balancing clarity with kindness. By offering constructive feedback with a caring attitude, you encourage growth without bruising egos. Challenge yourself to add humor to conversations or approach difficult discussions with a lighter tone. Lead with confidence, temper it with compassion, and watch how the world responds to your unique blend of strength and humor. Still hesitant about embracing your confidence? Look out for our upcoming video on how to use humor to attract women and make her laugh to enhance your charm and satisfaction in connections. So, are you ready to transform your boldness into a magnet for connection and growth? Let's dive in. As we wrap up our discussion on the most attractive qualities women look for in a man, it's clear that true attraction goes beyond superficial traits. Confidence, emotional intelligence, kindness, and ambition are just a few of the qualities that truly stand out. Remember, being authentic and continually striving for personal growth will always keep you on the path to becoming the best version of yourself. So, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the Stoic Goddess for more powerful content. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspectives. And be sure to click the notification bell so you never miss out on more inspiring videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.